Oh, goodness me, are we live? We appear to be a little bit live. Hello, Lozzie. Hello, Alfonso. And hello, Joff. I did wonder why it was taking you so long to get to the point on Skype, because you're about to say a thing. I don't even know if I'm even being broadcast yet. But, Joff, I did wonder why it was taking you so long to get to the point on the Skype messages. It's because you discovered I was live streaming. That's poetry, Laura. That's Cypriot poetry. And hello to you, Philly G. Hello, everyone. I suppose I'll face cam briefly because yes, the face cam's working. By the way, I'm facing the opposite way to usual or from usual, I should say, because my bedside table is on the opposite side of the bed from usual, so usually I face that way and the computer's between me and the window behind me, and today I'm the other way around, just because that's where my table happened to be. So, pardon me while I have my pre-stream cup of tea. How much delay we're looking at here. I kind of don't want to switch windows just in case nonsense ensues, so... Okay, that might have looked strange, I don't know. Because I just had to switch windows for a second, because for some reason, my stream playback, which is like in the window behind OBS, so I could sort of see that it's there, but I could also sort of not. It was, for some reason, on a huge delay, and that made me worry, because what if the entire stream is on a delay, and I hope not. Why, thank you, I chose it myself. Well, I think I did anyway. When we moved into this house, there were, I think, 3 sets of blinds, and 2 or 3 rooms that didn't have blinds, and the landlord was just like, yo, here are 3 sets of blinds, pick your favourite colour, put it in that room. And so we put the cream one in the spare bedroom, which we now refer to as Laura's room, because that's the room she stays in when she's here, and she's not always here. Laura being your upscale weight, of course. And I chose the pink one because ambiguously fabulous, also because it actually is a legitimately nice colour. I think it goes with the room well. Oh yeah, and -1 are releasing a song called Potato Song, and I don't know how to feel about this. Total tea for the first time in I don't even know how long. Welcome back to the stream, and pardon me scratching my back there. And also, there is a story behind this clock here, but today is not the day that I shall share that story. And also, I'm going to need to turn my headphones down, so apologies. Oh, you can see my volume control thing on the chat. That's, how droll indeed. Okay, that's, one more. Boink. So, are we ready to resume some Pokemon times? This is technically a Nuzlocke stream, but if I fall foul of the rules, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So, last time, we got our starter, we got a couple of team members. Yes, just manipulate the volume of chat. Yes, and in the last part, we have Beret the Zigzagoon, she is MVP. We have Soupy Tom the Mudkip. We have Pietracida, who is special in her own little way, and we have the rest. And I suppose I should just get on with playing the game, really. So this might take a moment, because OBS is kind of weird when I'm doing Game Boy Advance streams. So, we do. So hello indeed. Is everything good? Because I worry. And I have an email. I have a stream email, as is tradition. I have a stream email. Hello to you too, Vanessa. Is Sergey the only one that I didn't mention? Well, I suppose I should just get on with playing, and I'm guessing the email that I just got was probably, because for some reason, I don't know why I'm making hand gestures, you can't even see them. For some reason, whenever Total T comments in my streams, YouTube reads that as a video comment, and so I get email notifications whenever Total T types in the chat, and that's pretty bananas, actually. So, should probably get on with playing the game, shouldn't I? Now, let me know if I'm too loud or too quiet, if the game's too loud or too quiet. Here's our team from last time. I can't believe it's been a week since I last played, because, So, now, if we have any experts in the room, the route north of Petalburg Forest, does that count as a separate route from the one below it? Because I caught a Pokemon. I caught Sergey in the route below Petalburg Forest. Am I still eligible to get one above it? I don't know. We will see what it says. And steady on, Vanessa. Your upscale weight is in a relationship. And Hello, Sebastian. Yes, I am good. I was about to say I am food. Like, I nearly just made a verbal typo. Like, the F and G keys are next to each other in my head. I should probably do a bit of grinding on the way there, because I don't want my team to die in the first... Oh yes, the first gym. I was totally spaced on what the right word was there. And I suppose that's a very valid question. If they're called the same thing, then I'm probably not eligible. So... I don't know, we'll see. I can't even remember what route... I think this is Route 104, I want to say, and I think the route above is also 104. So if it's the same, then I won't get... In fact, can I even catch Pokemon in that part of the route at the moment? Because I don't have a fishing rod yet, because this is... Yeah, for some reason it took me an hour and a half just to get to Petalburg Forest the first time, because I was doing all this time grinding because I don't want my Pokemon to die. And I feel like I should go back and heal now, because the whole strategy of having a Seedot is having it take damage. So, the moral of the story is, Petra Seeda. You punch her in the face and then she punches back. That's fair enough, Alphon, because sleep is an important thing that I'm not very good at getting. And that's... I don't know, there's... Did I make a duck noise? I apologise. There's something entertaining about there being a question mark in that saying, I have a maths exam tomorrow? Like, well, I wish you luck, of course, because exams are things that... There we go, exclamation mark. Headbutt. Thoughts on Andorra and Luxembourg. I was so sad to discover that Luxembourg has already ruled out the possibility of returning. But this does kind of lend more credit to what I was saying during Vader. So, San Marino is not too happy about their points being made up by a bunch of countries nearby to them. That was grammar. So, San Marino's televotes are made up of televotes from neighbouring countries because there aren't enough people in San Marino to justify a televote of their own, and also they share their televoting line with Italy. So they can't provide their own televotes, so their votes are made up of televotes from nearby countries, but the EBU won't publish which countries they came from. So San Marino's a bit pissed off about that. And Andorra and Luxembourg are like, yo, we're not coming back. So I feel like that just lends more credit to what I was saying during Vader, how these countries should join forces and become the United Microstates of Europe, or the so their fandom could be called the Army. And I was actually just talking to my mother just now about, well, if those countries were to join forces and take on Eurovision together, what would their flag be? Would they just list all the flags of the countries? Or would they have a new one? And I suggested it should be the flag of San Marino, except instead of an emblem in the middle, they have a boat. And instead of blue at the bottom, it's orange, and on the boat there's the Fanta logo, because the UME was based on a really bad pun. So I'm thinking their flag should be a really bad pun. So they have a boat with a Fanta logo sailing on an orange, it's a fantasy, and Beret's holding an item! And also Soupy Tom. Not seen him in a while. But yes, Beret the Zigzagoon, the closet MVP of this run, because in the last stream alone, she picked up 2 super potions and a rare candy. That's kind of legendary. For those who don't know in Pokemon games, super potions heal 50 HP, and we don't even have a single Pokemon that's got 50 HP yet, and rare candies are an instant level up. So, Beret is the MVP here. Say yay indeed, so much so that I named the last episode after us. Another super potion! Holy shit, Beret! Thanks. You're so good at life. And indeed, the stream is populated and I appreciate it. Wait, what did I just... Ah, yes, okay. I was about to say, what did I just kill? It was a Zigzagoon. Because I remember I haven't caught a new Pokemon for this area yet. And I'm sort of freewheeling the no doubles clause. Now, I have a Wurmple. And that could evolve into Cascoon, so I'm saying don't bother catching a Cascoon because I've got something that could evolve into it, so doubles clause. I can't catch a Zigzagoon in here because obviously I have Beret, who is a Zigzagoon. So I have yet to catch anything from this forest because, as I said, I'm sort of freewheeling the Nuzlocke rules. I don't particularly care. But I will honour the rules until it gets boring. So essentially how I did... Yeah, essentially how I did Undertale. Alphon, I'm so glad that you like the Antarctic song for the next YSC. Because there was a different song I was going to send, and then I changed it to Wherever You Go because it seemed more likely to qualify, whereas the song I was originally going to send is a bit more of a gamble. I'm going to send that next month instead. And yeah, Syrup Scalaway and I are working very hard on the next YSC, and that's going to start in probably like the first couple of days of next month, because we've got 2 semi-finals to get through. In fact, yeah, we've got 2 semi-finals of 23 and a final of 22, I think. So, yeah, we're going to have a fun time in the next YSC. I should probably start early in the month so we have time to get through it all. But no promises. But actually sort of promises, because I don't really have an excuse for not starting the YSC really early in the month, because I have all the means necessary to... Well, that's not true. I'm still waiting for Switzerland and Liechtenstein's song at this point, but I have word that I'll receive those in the next couple of days. And this is also Route 104, so I'm guessing I'm not eligible to catch Pokemon here, so... Now, most well-known bit of trivia, TM09 Bullet Seed, known in Japanese as Seed Machine Gun. Bala Turkvision, I don't, because I don't... Well, first of all, I don't really pay attention to when it's on, and I wouldn't know where to watch it anyway. But, like, I am sideways interested in the Junior Turkvision, that's what Bala Turkvision is. But at the same time, it's kind of... I feel like it's sort of... Like, that and proper Turkvision are kind of shambolically handled, so it's not quite as appealing to watch for me, but... I don't know. And... who do I address first? There. Total T. Yeah, you've not missed any Jeffs, don't worry. Beret's got yet another thing. And... Yes, Joth, bleh. I forgot how to words. I blame my shirt. Yeah, Australia nearly won, and then Ukraine won, and yeah, that's a thing that happened. God damn it, America, like our culture! And Australia's kind of one of us because they've earned it. And I will fight people who say that Australia shouldn't be in Eurovision because they've earned their place. And China's on the road to earning it, but they're not... Like, they haven't fully earned it yet. But they could do with time and dedication. And while I remember, what fresh hell have you found this time, Beret, because you are, as I said, the MVP. Another Super Potion. Another one. Another one. DJ Khaled would be proud. Another one! Good grief. Oh, Total T. Shall we take this outside, because it is a lovely evening? And Berry Place. Is this worth my time? Because it's a berry place and they have berries. Do I need to even learn about berries? Because I know about berries. It's funny how China would be busy with Asia Vision, but Australia wouldn't, because they'd want to take part in both, and I'm 100% on board with that. There we go, we got the whale in a pail. And... Actually, Jov, yes. But sincerely, stop me if I get too rambly, but to take part in Eurovision... You have to be a member of the European Broadcasting Union. You have to be a full member, not an associate member. And you have to be in the European Broadcasting area. Australia is the only exception. They're an associate member because they're not in the broadcasting area. And they're allowed to take part because they've broadcast the contest pretty much as long as it's been running. And they've, like, bearing in mind they live half the world away, or the entire world away, depending on how you define it. They've sent commentators to every... Well, certainly for the past couple of editions, they've actually sent commentators. They've covered it live. They've taken it super seriously, and they've earned their place in the contest. Whereas, like, China, America are starting to pay attention, but... Like, they were given... The point I'm driving at is... Australia earned their place after years and years and years and years and years and years and years of dedication. So there are rules, don't worry about it. Although we did have Justin Timberlake, so that's about as close as America's probably going to get to taking part. And I think that's fine, because apparently some broadcaster in America was in talks with Jon Olasand, who is kind of like the Dumbledore of Eurovision, saying, yo, we want to develop an America vision, but between the states instead of between the countries, and I support that, but just as long as America doesn't get too cray-cray up in your business with it, you know? I'm not even paying any attention to how much health my Pokemon have, and so... grind times are good. I meant to give Petraseed a Bullet Seed and then I forgot. It would have been really useful here, except maybe not. Anyway. Soupy Tom, do your thing. I like that terminology though, just what if America auditioned? As if, like, that bespeaks so much, I wouldn't say Eurovision virginity, but, essentially, it just bespeaks so non-experience with our contest. But I hope America starts to like it, because, I mean, Canada took part in the Eurovision Young Dancers, I think it was. It's either the Young Dancers... Canada took part in 2 Eurovisions once. Also, Canada technically won Eurovision, except they were disguised as Switzerland, with Celine Dion. And Kosovo as well, but... Wait, sending out Shroomish. Beret's low on health, though. Soupy Tom! Do some soupy things! Grass arse type. Just tackle it. I would say sit on its face, but what? Rude? Ha, but rude. Wow, okay. Well, now we just have to wait until Soupy Tom wakes up. Yeah, there's no way that's gonna... There's no way it can kill me in the time it takes Soupy Tom to wake up. Wake your mudfish ass up! Stop being... Open your eyes. Stop having them be closed. That would be the opening act from semi-final 2. I've been meaning to listen to it again, but from the first time I heard it, yeah, I liked it, because I liked the Swedish Smorgasbord song from 2013, which was the grand final interval act. I liked that, and I'm glad they did it again. Yeah! Soupy Tom, please don't do or die. Well, I mean, look at all of these super potions we have. I'm just gonna bust one because I can't afford to lose my starter. I realize I could have probably just used a regular potion and had the 6... No! The 6 HP could be all the difference here. No, don't open the bag, you dildo. As if a dildo could open a bag. Yes, doing or die would be very bad. But stab bonus, though! Yeah, I do think that if America were to take over, it would just become a bit unbearable, because this is our last thing for crying out loud. This is America, stop taking our things, because this is our thing, and we're going to thing it thingily. And I was about to make a joke about Metaton, but then I realized that that's not oh my, that's oh yes. Anyway, we're nearly at the next town, and I don't remember if there are trainers in between here and there, so just in case, I'm going to run back and heal. Plus some more grinding wouldn't go amiss, but I'd like to heal first. Don't talk to my face. Don't talk to me or my mudkip ever again. Where is this going? I'm being kept in suspense. Oh no. They're gonna summon the Kool-Aid guy that we don't even have in this country because this is Britain, goddammit. Yes, Hoenn is Britain, you heard it here first, even though it's based on Japan. So how's everybody feeling tonight? Because this is one of my best populated streams ever. Well, it's up there anyway. Clocking in at an average of 8 viewers. That's good times. The yeses are real. I support this AU completely. I'm glad we have a quote of the stream already. It proves that I've peaked. And how does one make an online song contest popular? That's a really good question, because I have no idea why the YSC is suddenly popular this month in particular, because when I first... when I hosted the first edition back in September of 2013, we only just had enough people to take part. Like, we only had 12 people taking part, and that's the bare minimum for a song contest, realistically. Because in an ideal world, you'd need 11 songs plus your own, so a total of 12, so that you can allocate 1 point to... Like, you have one country for every number of points you can give, including 0. So you have one country to give 0 to, one to give 1 to, all the way up to 12. Plus yourself, that's a minimum of 12. And is this a required double battle? I don't remember. I'd want to have Beret in second there, just if it is. So, honest answer, I don't know, because I've seen other online song contests that are just popular right out the gate. And I honestly can't explain why. Like, some people, they start with, like, 50 people taking part. I have no idea how they manage that. But, yeah, we started out with essentially nothing, and it has varied over the months, and, well, over the years at this point, actually. So, I don't know what makes it popular, because we just... Sometimes popularity happens. Yes, because sometimes heat. Like, for instance, the 15th edition absolutely crashed compared to the 14th, because there was, we'd gone from enough participants to have semi-finals in the 14th edition to having like 14 or 15 songs in the 15th edition, so we had severely crashed over the space of a month, so I don't know what happened. And I was going to ask which Unbreakable, but now you've said, so... That was a good song. It was underrated, in my honest opinion. And how can I don't when I do with my not doing of the yes? Is my question to you, person who doesn't want to be named. Yeah, I can't even explain my relationship with Pokemon games, because I think I started with Japanese Ruby, and then found an English language version of Ruby. And then I went back and played Red, or I think Green, then Red, the Yellow was in there somewhere, I don't remember. So, I don't know, because I tend to get every Pokemon game that I can, and then play them for a while, and like Omega Ruby, for instance, I played up to Lily Cove City and then stopped for literally no reason. Okay, Joth, have fun. And X and Y, I played through most of and then just stopped with, and I'm not entirely sure why that happened. And yeah, I imagine that's how a lot of people discover the YSC at this point, by discovering my Eurovision reviews of whichever year they happen to find my channel, and then be like, oh, this guy has a contest as well, I shall take part in that. I may well do, Total T, I may well do. And which city would I like to host 2017? That's a good question, because the traditionalist in me wants it to be hosted in Kiev, and... Are we back? Are we back yet? Are we back? Because that just happened. See, for some reason, that happens when I stream from home. We get about 20 minutes into a stream, and then it dies, and then it comes back. And then it doesn't happen for the rest of the stream, no matter how long I stream. It's just at the 20-minute mark. I don't know why that is. So, do I think Greece will withdraw in 2017? Hopefully not, because they... Don't worry, Vanessa, I'll get back to it. I hope not, because ERT did say, you know, they tried their best, and it was just people didn't like their song, and they're at peace with that. So who do I want to host? As I said, good question. The traditionalist in me wants it to be Kiev, just as a host city, because it's the capital city hosting the contest. But I recognize that Lviv is probably, I think I said that right, probably better qualified, because I have seen the proposed arena if they host it in Lviv, and it does seem like a good place to host it. And there's also a part of me that gets slightly offended when people spell Kiev as Kyiv or K-Y-I-V, because, like, no, that's the Ukrainian name for it, it's Kiev in English. And then I get really butthurt about it for no good reason. And so that's the only thing going against, well, those are the 2 points against Kiev, because people are going to spell it Kiev, and Lviv is probably better equipped. And part of me also kind of wants them to host it in Dnipropetrovsk, because no one can say it. But at the same time, I don't want to have to say it either because it's a long name, and it's difficult on my English-speaking tongue. So, yeah, the traditionalist in me says Kiev, but the logic person in my head says probably Lviv. Lviv. Yes, so many butt hurts. So hopefully that answers your question. Perfect ESC 2017 presenters and hosts. I don't know. I don't know that many Ukrainian TV personalities, to be honest. So I'd probably just have to go with the ones that hosted Junior Eurovision that one time. So I think that was Zlata Ognovich and Timur What's-His-Face, who does the commentary for them. Because, I mean, they hosted the Junior contest perfectly fine, so I imagine they'd be good for actual Eurovision. Yeah. Part of me would say, oh, well, maybe Jamala, but I don't know, because I am kind of sick of this trend of, oh, yes, let's just get the previous winner to host the contest. Like, yeah, or you could get presenters to host, and sometimes Eurovision winners are also presenters in their home country, and that's fair enough. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you were the flavour of last year, can we have someone new? Mons. But Verka Serduchka, I feel like in small enough doses, Verka is fine, but there comes a point where Verka is kind of like a slightly funnier Linda Woodruff. Because Linda Woodruff, in my opinion, is just not funny. But Verka Serduchka is okay, but I feel like they would get really grating if they were to host an entire show of Eurovision, whether it's just semis or just the final or both. So, to keep the Verka format fresh, maybe have a brief cameo, but that's it. An Ultra Ball, for fuck's sake, Beret, control your ass. And you know what's really frustrating? We had like 8 or 9 viewers, and then my internet died, and now we only have 4 or 5, and I'm sad. Baby, come back, you could blame it all on my internet. Should I don't know if I can get the cut HM yet, so gym time! Let's go gymming. I suppose that is another question. What are the appropriate pronouns to use with Verka Serduchka? Because when not in character, Andriy Danilko, I believe, identifies as male, but then as Verka, I don't know. And I understand why people find Verka annoying as well. But at the same time, I find Linda Woodruff annoying, so I can sort of empathize, but I think Verka's okay, but just a bit too intense, I think. But, I mean, there. I have no valid end to this sentence. Now, how are people feeling in the chat? Should I just have Pietra Sida just solo this gym? Because now that she has Bullet Seed, she's a bit more unstoppable. But, that said, Soupy Tom is kind of also a force to be reckoned with here because water type. Oh god, the BBC interview with Linda Woodruff, I was cringing so hard in the second semi-final, because she's not that funny. I just sprained my hand, kind of, just cringing at the memory of Linda Woodruff. I don't know what internet... I have internet-flavoured internet. I don't know what different types there are. The internet, diet internet, internet zero, internet life, vanilla internet. Pepsi internet. I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, have all the voice cracks. What does Nature Power do again? Oh yeah. Well, I'm definitely not going to use either of these, so I'll get rid of the one with a lower PP. As if Joe and Jake didn't have it bad enough with their unfortunate placing in the final, they also had to endure Linda just to get there, and I think it's Virgin or Sky or something, I don't know. I'll check at some point. Yes, clearly vanilla is best. Although, real talk, vanilla Coke is kind of my jam. Just kind of a little bit. Also, I just misread internet as animal, I'm not sure why. And for a moment I was rather worried that my mouse was hovering over the chat. And Elliot, you're also alive! I'm thinking because Pietra is up to level 13.5 after this next attack, I think we should probably whip out Soupy Tom to take on the gym leader. And then they could duet it. Yes. Pietra Cedar and Soupy Tom can do a duet. I don't know how nature power works. Cherry choke. I won't say anything if you won't. 202 experience. Oh no, I'm reminded of Malta's national final. 202 jewelry. Deborah Crosscraft. And, okay, Sebastian, have good sleeping times. Yes. Did I even put Soupy Tom in lead? I did. So yes. Goodbye to those who are leaving, hello to those who have arrived, and Roxanne, I'm going to save just in case you kick my ass. Because you are a person who does things. Also, I'd forgotten just how much better it is to fight trainers than it is to fight wild Pokemon for grinding purposes, because they're tougher but they give up better experience. I feel like I'm probably underleveled for this. Like, I was leveled fine in the gym up to this point, but now I feel like I might be underleveled, and I'm slightly worried. I'm underleveled! Yay! But I have a huge type advantage. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to whip out my type advantage. Flop. Well, if it's any consolation, ESL Fun, my non-Eurovision videos get next to no views. Although, that said, my Spyro the Dragon series at the moment actually does have a decent number of views, and I'm surprised at that, because usually my Let's Plays don't get that much in the view department, and it's a small miracle I have this many people watching this stream. And, like, 2016, I think, was a good year for Eurovision overall. I'm glad that the hectic craziness is over, but this year and last year, I got really burnt out after Eurovision for all the videos and stuff that I was doing, so I'm glad that it's over from a workload perspective, and I kind of, like, I'm having to limit how many Eurovision songs I listen to, because I am starting to, like, I don't want to get sick of them, because this was a good year and a good contest, and all of the goods, and fuck you and your potion. So, essentially, the cure for post-Eurovision depression is do a job that requires you to obsess over Eurovision for the rest of the year, and trust me, by the end you'll be saying, how many potions do you have, Roxanne, with your ass, and your hair, and your face? And I swear, water gun is... Oh. This was before the physical special split, wasn't it? But water's still a special, isn't it? Well, whatever. A crit saved the day before it ruined mine, and thus we have our first gym badge already. I'm so good at Pokemon, guys! Yay! I suppose that's a question. Who is the most child in this room? Like, I would ask, how old is everyone, but I kind of don't want to pry. Also, I just remembered Cherry Choke. T. Now, TM39, is that's either Rock Slide or Rock Tomb? Rock Tomb. I remember using that the first time that I played Pokemon Ruby, and it served me rather well, so... Soupy... Should I give it to Soupy Tom? Does anyone else know how to Rock Tomb? Because... Okay, well, we're giving it to Soupy Tom then, just for a bit more type coverage. 50 and 80. 50 kind of sucks, but it'll do. Never gonna use Growl. And well, I don't even own Fallout 4, and I don't know if it's the sort of game that I'd be best at portraying. I don't know if it's my kind of thing. So Total T, your concern has been noted. I may act upon it, I may not. We shall see. I've also been requested to do a playthrough of the Crash Bandicoot games as well, which, again, I might do, and, well, I have quite an interesting demographic, but, okay, wow. Genital joke. So we have 22, we have 14, we have 16, we have 19 and a bit, because, like, I'm nearly 20 at this point. So I'm neither the youngest nor the oldest in my own stream, and that's kind of fascinating, actually. Well, let it be known that everyone is welcome here, unless they are part of the Jeff cult. We don't take kindly to their types here. Because they're the cult of Jeff. And Jeffs tend to disrupt the stream. Streaming jokes that I don't reference anywhere else. Now, I should put Beret back in front because she's the lowest level. I like how Sergei's just chilling there, like I've not used him for anything. And see, the thing with Sergei is, it'll take a load of special effort to train him up because he doesn't have that many attacking moves, so I have to switch him into battle and switch him out and grind experience that way, and it's Pokemon that I'm not going to end up using, and TWD. I'm having a mind blank. Well, what's... I'm going to try and remember what it is before you say it, but please do tell me, because I'm having a total mind blank. Well, I mean, I could do... If you want to see me do a first-person game, then... Oh, The Walking Dead! Duh! Possibly. Again, it's not impossible. But as for first-person shooters go, the closest we're going to get to that is either Jazzpunk or Portal, depending on your definitions. Now then, Mr. Blue Hat, fight me with your blue hat. Oh my god, it's youngster Joey. Let the memes rain forth from the wild blue yonder. Also, Beret, keep headbutting your brethren. Oh yeah, this is a new route. I can get a new Pokemon here. I keep forgetting this is a Pokemon game. Yay, you flinched, and now I can tackle you to the ground. I like how Beret's just got this perpetual smile on her face as well. Like, she's a murderer with a happy passion. That was suggestive, wow. Machop. What's good against fighting? I don't have any flying moves. Fighting is good against normal. I should probably switch out. I don't want to risk Beret dying because she's got pickup and she is literally the MVP. Is it against Nuzlocke rules to keep a fainted Pokemon on your team just to use their field ability? Because, I mean... Oh, wow. Seriously. I wasn't... Yeah, it felt kind of awkward because it's toying with the audience's emotions. Because it's like... Oh, she fell over, I'm worried for her. Oh, it was staged. I've had my emotions toyed with. I now resent feeling bad for her. Sorry I cared. And so, I feel like that's probably part of what cost Spain their placing in the final, because they... Like, Spain was really hyped up before the show, and then she performs, and then she falls over. Everyone cares for half a second, and then they feel like they've been made a fool of because she fell over and people cared, and then it was staged. And you get what I'm trying to say? People felt bad for feeling bad for her because... they've been lied to. Yeah, she deserves credit for, like, it was a plausible pratfall, but I think that's part of why it didn't go down so well, because it looked so real, and then people were just like, oh, well, screw you, I'm sorry I cared, and that's my own personal theory, but I don't know. I've run out of words to say. Is everyone still having a good time? We're down to 5 viewers at the moment, but that's okay because I appreciate you! See, I feel like both Dancing in the Rain and Mass were both decent, but I feel like Mass was overrated, and also that it was, like, it was a Jason song, so I already had a slight prejudice against it, and I will admit it's a bit of a prejudice, but I feel like Thomas Jason does a bit too much in the Eurovision department. I feel like it's not fair, because you can't have, like, an artist can't represent more than one country, so why can a composer represent more than one country? And it just feels unfair. So I was slightly prejudiced against Mass anyway, just because it was a Thomas Giersen song. But I feel like it was equal to Dancing in the Rain, in my opinion. But I recognise that's not the popular opinion, but I feel like it was equal, but just in a different way. Although, as Amanather made perfectly clear, it just goes to show Thomas Gison doesn't know that much Spanish, considering they both featured the lyric "Allá donde estés." Wow, he's such a beautiful poet, Thomas Gison. Wow. Although I think he's more composer than lyrics, but nevertheless, I'm sure there's a logical argument in there somewhere. I thought they were both okay. But I'm happier with Dancing in the Rain as a Eurovision song that made it through a national final. But that's just me. And I love the animation for Rock Tomb because it's just like, boulder, 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 no. And I think that's just beautiful. And I think this is a grass bug type, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Also, Nincada is known for its speed, and here I am reducing its speed. Stop hardening, you little prick. I made a pun! Ah. Yes, yes, con ganas de amor, and so on and so on. And how are you not dead? Not you, Alphon. I'm talking about the Nincada here that just... There we go, it's gone now. Impressed by Georgia 2016. I'm happy for them that they did so well, I think is a more accurate way of putting it on my part. Because I think they earned their spot in the final, because it was an uphill battle for them. But as someone recently pointed out, in my initial review of the song, I said if they didn't change the song, and they did update the song, so it's fine, but if they just sent the original version of Midnight Gold, then they'd be fighting an uphill battle, and I listed a whole bunch of countries that would probably qualify, but not them. And then, come the second semi-final, none of the countries that I said would qualified, and Georgia did. So I said, you know, oh, Georgia's gonna struggle unless they update the song because they're up against Ireland and FYI Macedonia and Norway and Denmark and all these countries that just didn't qualify. So I find that funny, but I think they earned their spot in the final because, admittedly, they had Gayson revamp the song, and I do resent that because he was already representing Cyprus, but what they did with the song, they did well, and the way they staged it was actually, like, I saw them perform, like, I was at the jury final, I saw them live without the camera effects, and it was still impressive and entertaining to watch, so, yeah, I'm adequately happy for them. And why don't I Instagram? Because I don't have anything worth Instagramming, is the simple answer there. I don't really know what else to say. Her skirt is the flag of Latvia. I want to switch to Pietracida because type advantage, but Beret, just headbutt this beach ball mouse. No. So, yeah, Georgia grew on me, and I think they did a bang-up job with how they staged it, so I'm happy for them. Well, if Europe Scalawate's still here, she can share the story of Heroes and Euphoria and EasyJet and a similar thing that happened with her and those songs. We have another level up. Now, if Beret wants to evolve, should I let her? I think so, because she keeps the pickup ability when she evolves, but at the same time, I don't know. That's okay, because she's not evolving just yet anyway. Now, should I go and heal? I'm good. But we are eligible to pick up a new Pokemon here, so that's probably about to happen in, like, 3, 2, 1... Hey, I called it! I had no reason to suspect that this grass... Oh, never mind then. No reason to suspect that this grass patch in particular would have a Pokemon in it, but we can't catch it because no doubles clause. I was too busy watching the chat, I didn't even realise it was my turn to attack again. You know what, this is actually going to interest me. What's the word for that in... Well, what's the word that you would use to describe that if you didn't have to say it in English? Because this would interest me, but... Money box? Piggy bank? I'm assuming that's where this is going. And I meant to switch Pokemon, and I didn't. Because I'm so bad at life. Yeah, well, I'll just switch now, and... Pietracida! This is the least I've ever used my starter Pokemon in a playthrough, apart from in the more recent ones, because the EXP all in recent Pokemon games is a godsend. Hello, ESC Felicity. I would ask if you're happy, because felicity comes from the Latin felix, which means happy, but why would I say that? That wasn't funny, but hello. Yeah, so... yeah, piggy bank. Or money box, if you want to be classy about it. Is there a special name for them in any other language? I don't know why I'd even... I would say, why would other languages have a different name for it? But because... languages, Where is this commentary going? I don't even know. I care is the point to be made here. I care about things and... Go, Petrocida. I meant to look up before this stream if to get to the highest level of C.'s evolutionary chain, if I needed to trade. So... yeah. And yay, Lozzie is sharing the Euphoria EasyJet story. It's a pun. And now, I think I already shared this story, but... in, at Eurovision The Party, in the Tele2 Arena, which... okay, there was a party happening alongside the Eurovision final at this year's Eurovision. In the Tele2 Arena, we have our first evolution, ladies and gentlemen! Petra! So yeah, Europe's Galloway were in the Tele2... well, Europe's Galloway and I were in the Tele2 Arena next to Globen when the final was happening. And after the show, they played a whole bunch of songs, including Euphoria, and I flipped my hair forward and did a crab dance and generally imitated Loreen for 3 minutes, and it was beautiful. We have the Pokemon after which the Nuzlocke run is named, I think. Now, I meant to check, do I need to trade Shiftry in order for it to Nuzleaf to evolve into Shiftry? So, how you be? Grass, I'd forgotten you were part Dark-type, but that's not going to help me with the next gym. Indeed. And Beret, will you pick up another item, please, because you're just too good at this. And I didn't get the cut HM, god damn it. Well, I don't think I need that just yet. Anyway, I think I can pick that up on the way back through here. Yo there. Now, this is kind of a silly thing in the Pokemon universe. This cave here, they're tunneling through to another town that's on the other side of this mountain, and they were told to stop drilling because it pisses off the Pokemon because they have really sensitive hearing. But, as we'll see, they got literally one rock away from completing the tunnel, so quite why they didn't finish it, I don't know. And oh look, it's Plot. I'm happy to hear it, Daniels Bratva. Did I say that right? Am I good with words? But this would be sort of an awkward place to be if you hated Pokemon. Purple OJ, hello to you too. I'm going to read that as purple orange juice, and that's probably what you mean anyway, so... I'm trying to imagine. That'd be like Crystal Pepsi in terms of visual confusion. Or purple crisps. Those exist. I'm sorry, I sound like I'm high, and I'm not, I promise. So, Pokeball go, because we're in a new area, and this is our first Pokemon here. And... wait, me? Was I found on Tumblr? What? There's a stream link of me on Tumblr? Could it be... did Joth share me on her Tumblr? Because I don't own a Tumblr, so someone's advertising me and I appreciate it. Anyway, we have a Whisper now, and I tend to never use Whisper, so... okay, what's the gender here? Female. Any good female Eurovision names that people want to suggest? Because I'm tempted to go with Loreen because we were just talking about Euphoria, and these Pokemon are known for making a lot of noise. I just made a weird hand gesture that you'll never see. So, what do you feel like calling this one, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else? Because gender fluidity is a thing that is okay. Throwing shade already, I like it. Oh, we have so many good choices to go with here. Nina, Greta, Rissy, Loreen. I would say Petra, but we've already had a Petra. Oh my god. Is there enough space? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, space. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna take one of the suggestions there and combine it with Eurovision. So... like, bearing in mind, it's a Whisper. Because it's Whisper plus Anna Vissi. Please tell me I spelled that right, because I'm going to be so ashamed if... And she's holding an item as well! Welcome to the team, what have you got for me? Chestoberry. Good item, wakes you up from sleep. Now... Did I spell it right? I feel like there might have only been one N, but then again, I don't know. Anyway, we have Adowissy on the team now. I kind of want to go and heal, just because I got a... Yeah. Plus, we can get a new Pokemon out here as well, because we haven't had an out here Pokemon yet. All very good suggestions, though, and we might get another Pokemon on the trip back as well, just so... Suggestions are very welcome, because this isn't just my playthrough, it's our playthrough, because I am streaming, and also, I meant to react sooner, but I'm trending in the top 50-something? What is this? Is this even me, or am I misreading the chat? But something's trending, and I'm happy for them, whether it's me or not. Yum yum. And I still have that email, but it's probably just total tea. Okay. Now... clean channel? In what sense? I mean, It depends on... I suppose it depends on the definition of clean. Clean as in, I don't put swear words in my video titles, and also I don't do porn. But at the same time... I don't have much filter when I say sweary words, so sometimes I swear a bit, and I just blame that on, I'm European and I have no filter, but I'm not offensive for offensive's sake, if that's the question. And I'm a clean channel because I had a shower, so I'm not dirty in the physical sense either. I'm just intrigued by what I am viewing in the chat at the moment. Yeah, it's Fire Red in English, but I understand which game it is. And I don't know if it's changed. I know certainly the older games, as I recall, the Spanish language versions of the older games had really, really bad translations. Like, there's an attack called Slam, and the Spanish name for it is Slam as in to slam a door, rather than to hit someone in the face. Is there any truth to that, Alfonso? Have they updated that? Because that's a thing that I remember hearing about. Which actually reminds me, they released a picture of one of the gym leaders from Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it literally looks like Beret. And Moo Snookle 4453. Oh, we can get a flying type at last! Hello to you, and hello to you as well, Talo. So... Oh, do share, because I do have a fondness for translation train wrecks. Yes, this is the... Okay, male Pokemon nicknames go, because we're gonna need a flying person nickname. That's beautiful, because when I played... Like, Pokemon Silver is the only generation... Well, Gen 2 is the only generation where I've played the second version instead of the first. So I played Silver instead of Gold, but all the others I played Red, Ruby, Diamond, etc, etc. If there's room, I'm going to call it Amir Obama. In fact, there is room. I'm tempted to combine the two and call it Amir Obama, just... I like that, I'm going to go with that. But yeah, Silver was the only time that I played the blue version as opposed to the red version. Like, this isn't meant to be offensive, by the way, it's just two really good names that I'm combining into one. And if you could hear my computer whining in the background, I apologize. And yes, I appreciate the lawnmower joke. So, anyway, the point I was originally getting to, I wanted to acknowledge that before I forgot to, but the point I was getting at is, when I played Silver, I named my player character Randy, and I didn't know, I was too young at the time to realize, oh, that's slang for sexually aroused, or otherwise very horny. And I didn't realize that at the time, so the game was like, oh, Randy, and I'm just like, yo, that's what I called my character. So, that was a story. Are we still adequately entertained? Are we having a good time? Just generally speaking. And also, if anyone has any input they wish to shout at my face for the general improvement of my channel, then that's also very welcome, because I like talking to you people personally, because I am a person who persons, and you are also people, and we are like one big happy family. Well, that's That's quite a screen name there, Willis. I'm trying to be funny, but clearly I'm not doing very well. But every time is the right time, and Beret, how could you miss? Ah, okay, well, I mean, I dare say you joined at the right time. Ah, my favorite Pokemon. That's a tough question, because there are a lot of good ones out there. I think aesthetically, my favorite is Magnezone, because I used to be. Oh, okay, Alphon, good night. Buenas noches and all that. I did really like the Magnemite family, and then when they got a third evolution in Gen 4, like, I flipped my shit, I was really happy about it. Also, I really like Lucario and Zoroark. Is that how you even pronounce it? Because it wasn't until Chugga Conroy's playthrough of Pokemon Platinum that I realized that the first gym leader of Generation 4, his name is pronounced Roark? But that's not even a name! I didn't know that Roark was a name. I always pronounced it Roark in my head, and I thought, that's a really lazy name for a gym leader. And so I don't know how to pronounce it. So, to the same extent, I've always pronounced Zoroark as Zoroark in my head, but it might be Zoroark, I don't even know. All I know is it's a portmanteau of Thoro, which now that Alfonso's gone, I can mispronounce Spanish to my heart's content, but it's the Spanish for fox plus the English for dark. So, yeah. But yeah, Lucario, Zoroark, Magnezone. Also, I think Rowlet is adorable, and so as far as Sun and Moon goes, I am very much Team Rowlet, but Litten is also adorable. Actually, so is Popplio. Aesthetically, I like all of them, but Rowlet is my favourite, and so I'll be... Because I will inevitably get both Sun and Moon, I'm going to get Rowlet and Litten. Total T, is the stream misbehaving? I apologise sincerely. There's not much I can do about it, unfortunately, because we had that one hiccup earlier in the stream, but other than that, it's been smooth sailing on my end. I'm so very sorry. Now, I should probably stop fighting every single time. I was just in the city. I need to go back and get that cut HM before I forget, because I am going to forget, and I'm gonna need the HM eventually. It's over here. This one with the sign, I think. Get out of the way, sir, in the red suit. Yes, Cutter's house. This is where we need to be. Apart from in the place we're required to... Sorry. Jerry Saville. Oh my, that's definitely a screen name. But another person has found me through Tumblr. Hello to you with your names. I'm Tumblr famous, apparently. Now... I'm hoping I can teach Cut to Sergey, because at the moment... just Beret and Petra. I think I can wait. Oh, Lozzie, you don't need to throw your physical and mental health under the bus just for my sake, but if you want to stay... Trend... So I've been told that I'm trending. Why am I trending? Who said I could trend? I'm glad that I'm trending, but... Why? Why? I'm happy about this, but what's caused me to trend? What did I do? I only have 11... Well, I had 11 viewers for a second, then now I'm back down to 8, and... I only have... Well, I would say I only have 410 subscribers on YouTube, but I appreciate every single one of them, and that has been, like... I've more than doubled my subscriber count just over last Eurovision season alone, so... But still... I'm not one of the major peanuts, and there are only 8 people watching me live. Why am I trending? I appreciate that I'm trending, but I have no idea why, and I'm so happy. Is this, like... Is this just on Tumblr in general, rather than... Because, like, if Joth Ending, or the Star Jar, if they were to tweet out the stream, because that seems like something they do, that I could understand if people coming to me through Tumblr, but why am I trending? I don't even have a Tumblr account. By all rights, I should, but I don't know how to react. I feel so famous. Also, I do occasionally do videos that are kind of like Jack's Films' Your Grammar Sucks, but with Tumblr posts, so if anyone wants to be involved in that, then do check out the channel trailer that's on my channel. It's there somewhere. I need people to... I need people who are willing to appear in a video to join me for a video that's like, yo, look at these funny Tumblr posts, I am acting them out. That's the thing that I do. That was a really cat-handed advert for it, but I mean, it's the suggested video for this channel, and it's the channel trailer, so you're welcome to check it out. For anyone who's discovered me through Tumblr, oh, I'm down to 4 viewers now, I'm sad. Sand attack, not interested. But, Beret, stop trying to learn sand attack. As a channel, I do gameplay stuff and Eurovision videos. You're currently watching gameplay stuff. Deary me. Also occasionally sketch stuff. Because, yeah, I study media at university, or at least I will be as of September this year. And we got the goods! We got the goods! And also, a bird. Hello, bird. Mr. Briny. Oh yes, we can advance to the second gym already. But I don't really have anything that's good against fighting types, because, spoiler alert, the next gym is fighting type. And I don't have anything that's good. Because I have a dark grass type, which is objectively bad. Oh, I have a Talo now. I should probably grind up Amir Obama, because... yeah. He's still... oh no, he's healed, he's healed. Beret's got an item again. What do you got for me, Beret? And fucking... bah! Apologies for the swears. Like I said, I am kind of liberal with the swearing. But that's just because I have no filter. But we should probably train Amir Obama up, because we're going to need him for the next gym. But I don't know if he can take on enemies out here, or wild Pokemon. Okay, this he definitely can't take on by himself. It's one level higher than him, and the same Pokemon. Peck, Growl, Focus Energy. Yeah, this... we could train in Petalburg Woods. We're going to go back that way anyway. Blah. Yeah, Beret, because you're the lowest level of my main team here. And for the uninitiated, I don't have a team planned out for this playthrough, because it's a lazy Nuzlocke, I've been calling it. So, I catch the first Pokemon that I see in a new area, if it's not a Pokemon I already have. So I'm just taking whatever the game gives me, and training up the ones that are the most useful to me. And... Helen Mirren. Yes, I am tessellating Hexagons. I've been told that I'm trending on Tumblr. Is this true? Because... thanks. Why? But thanks. Yes, I'm tessellating Hexagons. You can call me Tessex, you can call me Tess, you can call me Sillet Bang if you like. Welcome to the stream. It would always be a shame to end the stream, but I'm probably going to end in like half an hour, so you've still got plenty of time to watch. But why am I trending? I'm trending, I don't know why. But I'm glad that people are enjoying my face one way or the other anyway. Okay, well... How did you find me then, Dame Helen Mirren, if I may, with the... because there are people here who have names that are like names. Oh, find me on Twitter. Am I trending on Twitter as well? Am I... what's happening? What do? How do I control my life? Why? I kind of want to go and check this out now. Why am I trending? What did I do? Oh yes, also I got the Devon goods back. I totally forgot about the plot progression because people keep telling me that I'm trending and I don't know why. I'm happy, I appreciate it. But why? What happened? Yeah, apparently I'm trending in Tumblr as well. But Twitter, Tumblr... what's happening? What did I do? Maybe what's trending is, like... maybe actual tessellating hexagons, as in, like, the shape. Maybe they're trending for some reason. And because that's my name, I'm popular by Fallout or something? Because I could go into the story behind my name, but... I was in a college chemistry lesson. They were talking about a honeycomb pattern, and... I thought to myself, oh, a honeycomb, that's just a bunch of tessellating hexagons. And I thought, oh, that sounds like a good YouTube name. And I kept that as my YouTube name, and so I'm tessellating hexagons. And so, every now and again, I'll do a search just on Twitter, just to see if people are talking about me. I do a search for tessellating hexagons, and I'll keep finding this same post of, oh, look at this revolutionary architecture that utilizes tessellating hexagons, in bold, because those were the search terms. So, I'm a thing that people talk about, but not knowingly. That was brilliant words. My name is a thing that people might say, KZ or possibly KZ Plays. Hi. I was going to ask, are you Kanye West, but I mixed up Kanye West and Jay-Z in my head, and that came out as KZ, so KZ Plays, hello to you. to reiterate once again, I do Eurovision videos and also Let's Plays, and you're watching gameplay stuff right now, and I'd like to think I do multimedia entertainment on this channel with Let's Plays being my focus, but really Eurovision is kind of more my focus, but I'm a person who does stuff, and I thank you for joining me on this romp through the Hoenn region. Am I seriously trying? In fact, Laura, Lozzie Sausage Poo Poo, are you still here? Because if you are, I'd appreciate it if you could go and check Tumblr and Twitter and see, am I seriously trending? Because wow. Oh god, it's May. I don't want to fight her because she's difficult, but I don't know if you fight her at this point. Okay, thanks for clarifying. You're not Kanye West. Okay. Just thought I'd check. You're not Jay-Z either. Just, again. Just for tax purposes. Just wanted to double check. So, am I seriously trending? Is this a thing that's happening? It's not Shapes? Is it really me? Am I trendy? I didn't teach cut to anyone, god damn it. Well, I'll come back later. Wow. Like this stream in particular, or one of my other videos? What? Why? What's causing this? As I said, I'm very pleased, but I just don't know why, and I'm gonna do a bit of grinding in here. I swear there are no Pokemon in here that I can catch for this run, because they're all ones that I already have. Yeah, I feel like I should probably grind Amir Obama in here for a little while. For those who don't know, Amir Obama is named after the guy who represented France in this year's Eurovision and Barack Obama, because they were both nicknames that were suggested at the same time, and I just combined them because Amir is a first name and Obama is a surname, and there we go. But yes, we have grinding to do because he's going to be useful in the next gym, and I don't have any Pokemon that are actually good in the next gym, and why is there a Taillow in here? Am I playing on a 3DS? I am not. But Helen Mirren is, apparently. Wow. Why am I trending? What did I do to be trendy? I can't get over this. They don't seem to be Jeffs. If there are any Jeffs, then please stand up. Number why? I don't mean to sound ungrateful, because I am very, very grateful. But what did I do? People love me, and I don't know why. But everyone here seems to be sincerely... I don't know. Maybe I'm being lied to, but it sounds sincere. Shroomish! I kind of want to one-shot this, but this is the only Pokemon here that I can catch, so... Alas, we don't get experience for catching Pokemon here, so... If I use another peck, that'll kill it. So... Oh yeah, you ate. Why, yes I did, that's why I'm still alive. I'm trending in Slovakia, apparently. Well, maybe that'll be enough to convince Slovakia to come back to Eurovision, because... I hope so. And people have found me through Tumblr as well, so... I find it plausible, but... If it's not true, then just let me believe. I'm going to headcanon it, and... By the laws of quantum physics, because I can't prove that I'm not trending, I'm going to assume that I am. The only thing that makes me doubt is the number of viewers that I have, but I mean... If I'm trending, then I'm trending. If I'm not, then... Meh, people maybe believe I am, and that's good enough. Now, what we're gonna do with, what are we doing name-wise here? Need a male name, preferably something Eurovision related, but we shall see. Well, I still have people watching who otherwise wouldn't be, so whether it's true or not, I still have viewers, and hello to all of you, I love you all. Please, do I sound like Nintendo Capri-Sun? Hastily sweeps the toilet joke under the rug. That's just... We have found the most beautiful typo in the history of the world. A screenshot. Oh. Well, I mean, you're welcome to tweet a screenshot at me, on Twitter. You can tweet the screenshot at me, and then I'll see for myself, and yes, I like Sir Hat, because Shroomish does actually look like a hat as well, and it's no comment on his Eurovision song. So, yeah, you could tweet me if you want, at Hexagons, because I'm a person who tweets sometimes. If that entertains you at all. Thank you, Helen Mirren. Never thought I'd say that. It must be a regional thing then. Because my UK viewers say that I'm not trending, but my USA and other countries are saying that I am, so I might be. But then there's an equal possibility that someone's going to just tweet me the never gonna give you up video and attempt to rickroll my ass, and it must just be a regional thing, and I have no idea why that should be. But as is the case with many things, Britain is more popular outside of Britain because logic. I don't know. Funny story, I have several 3DSs, but I can't record from any of them because I don't have 3DS capture because that costs like £300. But I do have a couple of 3DSs. It's a long story. I had an original one, and before I moved house where I live now, it got broken, and it's kind of a stupid story as to how it got broken, so I ended up buying a replacement. But then the 3DS XL came out after that, and I ended up getting that, and I don't remember how. I think I must have done like overtime at work or something. And then there was nothing for a while, and then they released the new 3DS, and I ended up buying a new 3DS XL because it was really cheap. So, are you? But you claim to be from Hamburg. So, where is the lie? Well, if enough people claim that I'm trending, then I'm trending within my own trends, and that's good enough for me. Whether it's true or not, the world may never know. But then again, people are finding this stream and appearing out of nowhere, so it's plausible. Well, you know what, for shits and giggles, if I'm trending where you're watching from, then take a screenshot of it trending and then tweet at me. I'm at Hexagons. It's got my logo, you'll know which one I am. Just tweet at me and let me prove. Okay, Philly G, see you. And I don't really use the friend codes for anything at the moment. So, like, I don't have Mario Kart 7. I don't have any of the other. I don't bother with the Smash Brothers games. So, really giving out a friend code wouldn't really do anything. And also, I don't even have them memorized anyway. And oh, so it's kind of like the YSC that I run on my other channel. Then, okay, fair enough. It could be the Jeff clan indeed, hence my request to, if I'm trending, screenshot it, tweet it at me, and then that's all the proof I request, and maybe it's not proof, maybe it's just an ego boost for me, either way. I've been going for an hour and a quarter. I should probably wrap it up in like the next 10-15 minutes or so, and I can check for myself, am I trending where I am? Well, if people claim I am, like I said, that's good enough for me. If I'm being Jeffed, then, well, at least they're not being like the usual Jeffs, and so, it's something. But yeah, I'll go for about 10 more minutes, because it is nearly 12 o'clock, like, midnight where I am, so I'll do a bit of grinding, heal up, and ironically end this episode where we ended the last episode, strangely enough. I don't think you're quite ready for this challenge, Amir Obama. Bring in Soupy Tom, I've not seen him in a while. Anyway, Total T, even if it is a clan of Jeffs, they're still watching, so I don't mean to sound harsh at all. Soupy Tom, what is it with you and this particular attack? You either go ham with it or you completely miss, and I'm offended. I don't even know, like, what my destination level is here. I just want to get Amir Obama up to a level where I can competently use him in battle and not worry about him dying. Because this is what I'm really not good at in Pokemon games. I never raise a balanced team. This is an entirely new experience for me. I'm not much of a grinder usually, so I don't know how much is acceptable. For that matter, what level does Taylor evolve at? Because if it's not too high, I could go until Amir Obama evolves. But maybe not. Because sometimes heat. Another Shroomish. In fact, this is good, because Prior to Amira Baba, I had no means of taking on grass types and bug types and the like, at least not in an efficacious manner. You can't absorb a bird, you silly mushroom. Congratulations, you stole 1 HP. Are you proud of yourself? Yeah. Peck has 35 PP, I think I can afford to use it a bit more. And then I ran out of words to say because my computer's getting whiny in the background again and... Why? Why this? What? Just... What? Why is there a Slakoth here? I didn't even know this was a thing that could happen. Try and kill it while you still can and get as much... you're asleep. I was hoping to maybe get as much... Now we'll just switch to... Yeah, I'll switch to Beret. I'm trying to level a balanced team here, and actually, my highest team member at the moment is level 14, so I suppose I could go until I get Amir up to level 14, I suppose. Or 13, that's also feasible. Yeah, tackle will do. Beret! God damn it! Why? Why? Did it do a yawn that I didn't see? Genius. Well, now we'll just have to take advantage of the fact that Slakoth doesn't attack every other turn. And just wait for Beret to wake up, because we have literally nothing to lose. Will you just wake up? This is not entertaining for the lovely people, but then again, grinding seldom is. Thank you. There we go. This could have been over so much more quickly if you'd just hit it the first time. Speaking of time, looking at the time... Oh, he's asleep anyway. I would say I'll go until the next level and then call it a day, but... Viewership is dwindling. Motivation is dwindling. The toilet is dwindling. So I should probably just go and heal and then end the stream. So, I would like to thank everyone for watching. And I will be ending things off now, so... I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And once again, thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully I will catch you in this stream same time next week. In any other video of mine that you happen to choose to watch, because it's your life and I respect you for you choosing to spend your time with me, or something of that level of poetry. Anyway, I'm just gonna save, and then that'll be it for this stream. Once again, thanks for watching, and... here is my current team. Well, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one, whichever the next one happens to end up being. So yes, goodbye to y'all. And which thing do I swap over to? I'll facecam for like half a second, and then... Okay. Good night everyone, and thank you once again for watching.